Hey, yo, thanks for tuning in to FURI0US, your source for celeb news. Now, today we have... Hey, yo, man, we got look, we got some information on the CEO assassin, man. We got to tell you a little bit about that. And we also got information on Jay-Z lawsuit, man. As you already, a lot of y'all know. We're going to get right to it, okay? We ain't going to waste no time, all right? First off, the CEO assassin has been caught. You know, I've been following this case like crazy, okay? The CEO assassin has been caught. They're saying that, all right, so here's what happened, right? Bro apparently was in a McDonald's, and in the McDonald's, somebody recognized his eyebrows. And after recognizing his eyebrows and I guess his face from the pictures, someone in McDonald's essentially called the authorities, the police. They came and searched bro. They found all kinds of weaponry on him, man. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, they found the silencer. They found a manifesto. They found the pistol. They found everything, man. They found everything on Luigi, man. All right, so Luigi has officially been caught. I'm sure they're gonna make an example of him. Take a listen to this. What they said in the whatchamacallit. Take a listen real quick.
Document that he was found in possession with. Can you go a little bit more in depth about those motivations that you mentioned? Was that CEO specifically named in that document? Was there anything more about him wanting to go after others? And also in that document, was there any indication that explains us how the level of detail that he went into killing him? Like, is there anything?
Like I said, that document is currently in the possession of the Altoona Police Department as part of their investigation. But just from briefly speaking with them, we don't think that there's any specific threats to other people mentioned in that document. But it does seem that he has some ill will toward corporate America.
Yeah, man. That's what the situation is, man. Luigi Mangione, okay? Former prep school valedictorian, all right? Which, I mean, you should have did a lot. Well, I'm saying, like, as a valedictorian, we expect you to have escaped unless you wanted to be caught. Okay. Former prep school valedictorian had a manifesto criticizing the healthcare industry. As you see the picture, you see his face, you could tell, man, them eyebrows. Yeah, it was you, bro. It was definitely you. Eyebrows and no lip, no top lip. That was you, bro. Okay. Yeah, you got caught. We thought you was gonna get away. Everybody was rooting for you, bro. And I'm not saying whether that was right or wrong. I'm just saying a lot of people were rooting for you, sir, and you got caught. Okay, so you got caught. And let me just say this for the record. All right, we shouldn't take these things into our own hands and commit cold-blooded murders. Okay, murder should not be something that we commit. You know, if you're upset with the situation, you don't default to committing a murder. You shouldn't do it. How do I feel about the situation? I don't want to talk about it. Okay. You're like, nah, but how you feel? I'm saying, like, I think it's really wrong. I think it's really wrong to take people's money and say, if you give me your money, we're going to make sure that you can pay for the hospital bill. And then when it's time for the hospital bill to be paid, you don't pay. You don't cover it. You know what I'm saying? I think that's really wrong to do that. And I feel like that's akin to killing people. Okay? Taking their money, right? Saying you're going to help them. And then when they get sick, you say, oh, can't help you, and allowing them to die. I think that's damn near akin to murder. Okay, so I don't know. I feel like that, like it was almost eye for an eye. You know what I'm saying? Type situation. Should that be the stance that we take? I don't think so. But a life is a life, right? So we shouldn't commit murders, but I don't even want to talk about it. It makes me feel crazy on the inside, okay? Because honestly, I know how I feel, and feelings are not always right, but I know how I feel, okay? You like how you feel? Come on, man, I gotta spell it out for you. Let me go to Jay-Z, because that's what you really tuned in for. Listen, I know you heard by now, the claim is Jay-Z is being accused of violating a 13-year-old girl, all right? This is back in the year 2000, which right now, that's 24 years ago. So right now, the girl will be 37 years of age. I know what you're thinking. Well, she ain't said nothing for 24 years. I don't know. I don't know why she ain't said nothing. Maybe she thought for the last 24 years that no one would believe her. I don't know. Okay? You know what I mean? Look, she thought no one would believe her like you don't right now. Okay? Is it possible that this person could be accessing a memory of something that really took place 24 years ago? Absolutely. Maybe. If it's true. Okay? I mean, you can remember something from 24 years ago, can't you? The question is this, though. Can you remember the details of major events accurately? That's the question. Can you remember the details of 9/11? What happened that day in your life? Okay? In this case, we would not be talking so much on details as much as the actual event that the child was violated. All right? And this is a major event. If it happened. You know what I'm saying? And if it did happen, it wouldn't easily be forgotten. It would always be remembered. If it happened. You're like, Celeb, you're saying it like it ain't happened. I believe in folks being innocent until proven guilty, unless there's a real, super real long trail of evidences that illustrate that this person is probably guilty. You follow me? Like where there's smoke, there's fire. If there's constant smoke coming from this house, then something's going on in that damn house. If we ain't never seen no smoke coming out the house, then I question it. All right. This particular situation is concerning enough, right? That even Jay-Z himself, who never says anything, decided to issue a response to the accusations. Okay. Which to me is very unusual, right? Jay-Z never says anything, but this time he sat up to say something. Okay. Now, first off, the lawsuit was initially against the diddler. All right, it was initially against the diddler, but it was filed back in October. I think October 20th or something like that. But the joint was amended to include Jay-Z. Okay, the document reads as follows. Let me see if I can pull it up. Let me see if I can, because I know I got it right here. Don't you got it right here? Yeah, I think I do. Okay, let me just read this. All right, the documents say, okay, Megan Cuniff posted, for the record, the lawsuit was first filed against Diddy on October 20th. Tony Busby filed an amended complaint today, adding Jay-Z's legal name, Sean Carter, as a defendant. Okay. It says, Newswire says, in the lawsuit, Quinn Emanuel states that Busby has established a pattern of leveling baseless, fabricated malicious. Wait. Okay, we're gonna read that. Okay, so this is how the court documents read. Okay, court documents read like this. I think this is 3 out of 5. It goes, after drinking just a portion of that drink, the plaintiff, I guess that's quote unquote the 13-year-old, began to feel woozy and lightheaded, making her need to lie down. A photograph of an actual exemplary container used by Combs and or his agents or employees to insert GHB into alcoholic drinks is seen below. So you can see the little thing right there. It's almost the size of a pen, right? It says, looking for a place to rest, the plaintiff walked down what appeared to be a hallway containing several rooms off of it, right? Rooms. She entered what appeared to be an empty bedroom, so she could lie down for a moment. She did not lock the door. Okay. The room contained only a large bed with no furniture of any kind, television, or other furnishings. Okay. Soon after, Combs entered the room along with defendant Carter. So here we see his name is inserted, right? With defendant Carter and a female celebrity. Now, the female is not mentioned here. Okay. But, for a lot of, it is believed that the female might be someone that Diddy may have been, you know what I'm saying, seeing at the time. Soon after, Combs entered the room along with defendant Carter and a female celebrity. Plaintiff immediately recognized all 3 celebrities. Okay. That's what it says. So, is that all that these documents say? Yeah, that's all that those documents say. So apparently it was also stated that the young lady was trying to get into the VMAs, but she didn't have a ticket to the event. So a limo driver noticed her and told her she fit what Diddy was looking for. She was then invited to a party after the show and taken in a limo. The suit says an unnamed female celebrity watched the assault. All right. You're like, well, who might Diddy have been dealing with at the time? Well, just think. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna give you folks' names and stuff like that. You know what I mean? But just think about it for a second, okay? I'm thinking like 8 letters. 8 letters, 6 letters. No, 8 letters, 5 letters. All right? Is that 8? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. Yeah, 8 letters, 5 letters. Listen, never mind all that. The woman initially filed, but I could be wrong. The woman, and that's why I just said 8 letters, 5 letters. The woman initially filed the suit in October. It was refiled last week. I already told you that. The woman is represented by Tony Busby, the lawyer who was sued last month for extortion by an unnamed celebrity. Now, I need at this moment to give you, quote unquote, this backstory, the Tony Busby backstory. I want you to take a listen to this real quick, because this guy was a lawsuit was filed against him from an unnamed celebrity. Now take a listen to this backstory real quick. So there you have it. It sounds like a lawsuit was already filed against bro, and you know, it looks like there was some threats or whatever, the back and forth. But here's the interesting part to me. Jay-Z providing his response to the accusation. Okay, he provided, and this was posted by Rock Nation immediately, right? It was posted by Rock Nation, and it goes like this. It says, "My lawyer received a blackmail attempt called a demand letter from a quote-unquote lawyer named Tony Busby. What he had calculated was the nature of these allegations and the public scrutiny would make me want to settle. No, sir. It had the opposite effect. It made me want to expose you for the fraud you are in very public fashion. So no, I would not give you one red penny. These allegations are so heinous in nature that I implore you to file a criminal complaint." This ain't Rock Nation talking. This sounds like Jay-Z himself talking. He says, "I implore you to file a criminal complaint, not a civil one." Now, wouldn't it be outside of let's say, I don't think a criminal complaint could be filed if it's outside of the, whatever. He said, "Whomever would commit such a crime against a minor should be locked away. Would you not agree? These alleged victims would deserve real justice if that were the case." This lawyer, who I have done a bit of research on, seems to have a pattern of these type of theatrics. "I have no idea how you have come to be such a deplorable human, Mr. Busby, but I promise you I have seen your kind many times over. I'm more than prepared to deal with your type. You claim to be a Marine. Marines are known for their valor. You have neither honor nor dignity. My only heartbreak is for my family. My wife and I will have to sit our children down, one of whom is at the age where her friends will surely see the press and ask questions about the nature of these claims and explain the cruelty and greed of people. I mourn yet another loss of innocence. Children should not... I mourn yet another loss of innocence. Children should not have to endure such at their young age. It is unfair to have to try to understand inexplicable degrees of malice meant to destroy families and the human spirit. My heart and support goes out to true victims in the world who have to watch how their life story is dressed in costume for profitability by this ambulance chaser in a cheap suit." He dissed the suit. He said the suit is cheap. "You have made a terrible error in judgment, thinking that all celebrities are the same. I'm not from your world. I'm a young man who made it out of the project of Brooklyn. We don't play these types of games. We have very strict codes and honor." Part of that is, the children. He goes, "We protect children. You seem to exploit people for personal gain. Only your network of conspiracy theorists, fake psychics," it says fake physics? I think I meant psychics. "Fake psychics, will believe the idiotic claims you have levied against me, that if not for the seriousness surrounding harm to kids, it would be laughable. I look forward to showing you just how different I am." Now, this is an interesting statement, okay? What do I think? Oh, so Tony Busby has provided his response to Jay-Z. Okay, let's read this. Okay, Tony Busby has posted this. He said, "Regarding the Jay-Z case and his efforts to silence my clients, Mr. Carter previously denied being the one who sued me and my firm. He filed his frivolous case under a pseudonym, that is a false name. What he fails to say in his recent statement is my firm sent his lawyer a demand letter on behalf of an alleged victim, and that victim never demanded a penny from him. I thought it was a lawsuit that wanted money. Whatever. He said, instead, she only sought confidential mediation. What would that consist of? Confidential mediation. Since I sent the letter on her behalf, Mr. Carter has not only sued me, but he has tried to bully and harass me and the plaintiff. His conduct has had the opposite impact. She is emboldened. I'm very proud of her resolve. As far as the allegations and the complaint filed, we will let the filing speak for itself, and we will litigate the facts in court, not in the media. Okay? Also, he posted something else. He said, wait. Let me see. Who posted this? It says, in Jay-Z's response, he calls out Busby's service as a Marine. Busby later posted this post to IG. So Tony Busby posted an image of himself, right? As a platoon commander, first lieutenant platoon commander. He goes, recognize this guy? This is a picture of the weapons platoon commander, Alpha Company, 1st Battalion, 4th Marines from our old Western Pacific cruise book. Despite a coordinated and aggressive effort that has included harassing my kids, contacting my clients and former clients to encourage them to sue me, contacting my colleagues or former employees asking if I've abused them, showing up at my current employees' homes to harass them, filing frivolous cases against me and my law firm, defaming me with outrageous assertions to anyone who will listen, and having mysterious people follow me and my family, I'm still that guy. I won't be bullied or intimidated. People will see through this effort to discredit me and my clients, and the truth will be revealed. I also won't allow anyone to scare my clients into silence. Sunlight is the best disinfectant, and I'm quite certain the sun is coming. Interesting. Meek Mill has chimed in. Okay, what's my time looking like? Well, before I get to Meek Mill chiming in, let me go to my shout outs real quick. May I? You're like, why don't you just keep going? Shut up! I'm gonna do the shout outs, okay? Sitting there telling me what to do. Stop trying to tell me what to do. Piss me off, man. Where we at over here? Where's shout outs? Look. Shout out to Hot Films. Hot Films said, my girl thought you was AK for the longest. I'm like, we don't even got the same spirit, bro. You know what I'm saying? How she think I'm AK, man? You know what I mean? I don't think I sound anything like AK, okay? My voice is smooth, it's sexy, you know what I mean? I got a smooth and sexy voice. AK don't got no smooth and sexy voice. You know what I mean? Ask your lady. Say, the Celebs say his voice is sexy compared to AK. Is it? And if she says yes, drop her. Scarecrow said, no more weekend beats? That's what I was saying. Sauce. When we do the weekend, we got to have a weekend beat so that people can feel like they're on the weekend. Sauce might have forgot. You know what I'm saying? Hey, look, Sauce is human too, man. Let the man live. Shout out to Sauce. He does the hard work. The videos take a long time to edit, man, and he be doing it every day. So shout out to the Sauce. Okay? Peter Douglas. Peter Douglas said, I need you to answer a question for me. You said that if anyone commits murder, they're crafted for hell. I meant they qualified for it, but I mean, I get what you're saying. He says, so when a president sends missiles to another country and kills hundreds or even thousands of people, is that considered murder? And is that president crafted for hell? You mean, does he qualify for it? I think so. Listen, here's the thing, Peter Douglas. Murder involves malice, okay? And in war, there could be death with no malice. You know what I mean? See, the internal attitude of hatred leading to sin or the action of war would be the key issue that makes a difference. There's a distinction between murder and killing, okay? Murder is premeditated, it is unjust, and is driven by malice and killing, which can occur. It could happen in a situation of war. It could happen in a situation of capital punishment. All right. Now, the scriptures in Romans, the book of Romans, chapter 13, it states that governing authorities operate as God's servant to carry out wrath on wrongdoers. And sometimes that wrath might even employ the sword or some form of a weapon that can result in lethal death or the use of lethal force. You follow me? When presidents order military actions and stuff like that, the morality of the act hinges on the intent of that president. You know what I mean? If he's trying to protect innocent lives and defend his nation, that's not murder. All right. But if he's doing his action because he can't stand these Arabs or something like that, or if he's doing a military action because he hates that race of people, that's sinful. Okay. That's hatred. That's wicked. That's evil. All right. Who we got over here, man? Shout out to Mr. Jacobs. Mr. Jacobs said, poison ivy is a food source for many animals, including deer, rabbits, groundhogs, goats, turkeys, crows, bobwhite, raccoons, stuff like that. Small animals like toads and mice use the vine for shelter and climbing. Everything is here for a reason. Smoke on, folks. Even Christopher Columbus hit the trees before he found you. He's right. Christopher Columbus did hit the trees and shared it with the pilgrims. They were the pilgrims. Shared it with the natives. Crown Me November. My man said, yo, notice Charlemagne the G. Charlemagne the G wasn't there when the initial comments about black women was said, but now he's there. You know why? Because of damage control. He said that joke, quote unquote, he said, was read to offset the damage that Schultz did. Homie called in a favor because now he's worried. The way he feels a lot about his family is how we feel about black women. I thought that was well said right there. The way Andrew Schultz might feel about his family might be the way black people feel about black women. I like that. I thought that was well said. Quiet Storm. Shout out to Quiet Storm. Quiet Storm said, unfortunately, I am independent and not helpless. But yes, I would love to find someone. She said, but I'm too old. You're never too old. You're never too old. She said, what do you mean by your past is behind a wall and you weren't able to remember? Someone has your past locked from you? How is that possible? Or were you speaking metaphorically? Yeah, I was speaking metaphorically. You know what I'm saying? I was saying that your past, like with Jay-Z's situation where he can't go around his family members without them asking for money and stuff like that. I'm saying he can't enjoy the simple pleasure of just linking up with some old family members and laughing about the past, because as soon as he links up with them, the first thing they want to do is ask about money, or they want to try to weasel the conversation into money. You know what I mean? It's almost like their past is locked behind a paywall. You know what I mean? Like you got to pay for it. Okay? Think about it, man. Other family members have memories of you that you might have forgot, but they remember. You know what I mean? And you don't have access to what they remember, because every time you come around them and want to go down memory lane, they want your money. You know what I mean? I think that's really sad. You know what I'm saying? And lastly, I need to, let me see if I can find the comment. All right. And Rayshawn Cotton said, he said, Celeb, if everybody had the opportunity and the ability to be a billionaire, then everyone would be a billionaire. You are blessed to be a blessed celeb. Every family member or real friend should be able to get help from you to some degree, at least once if you're in the position of a billionaire. Monetarily though, like they should, I partly agree. Well, they should be able to get help from you. They should be able to get help from you. If you're in a position to help somebody, then you should be able to help them. Yes. If you're in a position to help somebody, then help them. Yes. Okay. I think the scriptures do say something along the lines of, if you're in a position to give somebody some assistance now, don't tell them to come back on another day when you could help them today. Okay. He said, Rayshawn Cotton also said, Andrew was right. We so hypocritical, it's insane. And sadly, Celeb, you are the main culprit. So now Rayshawn Cotton says, then he says, I'm a hypocrite. Goodness gracious. All right. But let me throw this out of here real talk before I get back to the story. Wait, let me see one more time. All right, look, this might be short. Listen, when we talk about hypocrisy, all right, Christians, if you're a Christian, right, we struggle with hypocrisy all the time. Okay. It's just that people misunderstand what hypocrisy is. They have a misunderstanding of sin. They got a misunderstanding of grace, and they have a misunderstanding of something called sanctification. Okay. When Jesus used the word hypocrite, all right, he was describing a group of people called Pharisees. Okay. And teachers of the law. These people, they pretended to be righteous, but inwardly they were corrupt. This is in Matthew 23. Inwardly, they were corrupt, but they pretended to be righteous. Okay. Now, they deliberately deceived people, but they acted like they were holy. You know what I'm saying? Knowingly, wholeheartedly, that they had sin in their hearts or evil intentions. The word hypocrite literally means actor. So they're acting good, but they know they're bad. Okay? But they're not alluding to any idea that they're bad. Okay? The difference is most Christians, they know that they're bad, so they don't even qualify as hypocrites. Like, I know I'm filled with all kinds of pride. I'm filled with all kinds of lust and stuff like that. So I know I got mad issues going on. And that's why I constantly am studying the scriptures, because I know that the scriptures can cleanse me. You know what I mean? So I go to God and I'm constantly praying and asking God for forgiveness because I need constant cleansing. You follow me? That's different, man. We struggle with sin. A hypocrite is someone who pretends to be something that they are not. They pretend to be holy when they are not holy. They pretend to be righteous when they are not righteous. They pretend to be perfect when they are not perfect. Okay? And usually when they do that, their goal is to gain the approval of other people in order to maintain a facade. You follow what I'm saying? Hypocrites will be in hell. They will experience the lake of fire because inwardly in their heart, they're sinful. You follow me? If you struggle with sin, you're not a hypocrite. You're struggling. The reason why there is a struggle is because you are trying to do the right thing, but you're screwing up. But you want to follow God. That is not a hypocrite. You follow what I'm saying? I hope I made that crystal clear. Okay? Being a hypocrite involves pretending to be sinless or pretending to be righteous while knowingly living a life of sin without repentance. I hope I made that crystal clear. Okay? And everybody that knows me in person, they know, man, like, everything I'm saying is real talk. I'm not out here having sex with promiscuously with mad women. I'm not out here. I don't drink alcohol. I'm not out here, you know what I'm saying? I'm doing drugs and stuff like that. When I say alcohol, I mean, like, I'm not getting drunk. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I'm not practicing witchcraft. I'm not a drug abuser and stuff like that. I'm not selling drugs to make a profit off of people. That's not what we do. You know what I mean? Now, if I was doing all of that stuff and then acting like I ain't did none of it, then I would qualify as a hypocrite. So we got to be mindful of what the definitions of words are before we use them. You know what I'm saying? And that's really for anybody. That's not just for me. That's like for there's a lot of people out here struggling with sin, man. Are you kidding me? You know what I'm saying? If you ask God for forgiveness, then you ain't no hypocrite. You asking God for forgiveness. And the scripture says, if you agree with God that you are sinful, He will forgive you of your sins and He cleanses you from all of your unrighteousness. Okay? So that's a package deal, baby. You know what I'm saying? And finally, wrap this up. Let me wrap this up real quick, man. So yeah. And I had to say that, man, because I know there's a lot of people that they're not really, like, they be thinking maybe, man, I'm a hypocrite. Nah, man, not if you're struggling with sin, you ain't a hypocrite. You trying to do the right thing and you repenting. You know what I'm saying? Asking God for forgiveness. That's not what hypocrites don't ask for forgiveness. Let me just throw that out there. All right, Meek Mill has chimed in on the Jay-Z situation with the lawsuit, man. This is what he said. He said, the goal is to start false narratives to create a matrix web. I'm like, can you please explain, Meek? He said, if you can control the storyline, you can control the matrix. I think I see what he's saying. American media is totally unbelievable. Yes. He said, I see Jay-Z blank a 13-year-old girl 300 times scrolling. It's called programming. I think he has a point. I think he agrees. He agrees. I think I agree. Okay. I just hit the on say cheese thing. It said, do you agree? You got a point? Yes. Okay. And tell me if you agree with him. I agree with him. Okay. I agree with him wholeheartedly, man. I think there is programming in seeing the same messages repeated 50 million times over. I think that is part of the programming. Now, do I believe that Jay-Z is guilty of what they're saying he's guilty of? Well, I'll get to that in a second. Jay-Z has stated that he also, here's an update, he also has requested that the accuser in the sexual assault lawsuit reveal herself. And should she reveal herself? In my opinion, I think she should. Absolutely. You say it. No, you say it with your chest. I do believe that. And I mean, well, let me think this through. Let me think this through, because these people that, like, when you're going up against somebody that has a lot of money, that person with a lot of money, they can court you out. They can run the process and make the joint so long you can lose, right? So that's possible, I think, right? So there's a reason why they hide the identities of some of these accusers, but I think, and then before it, well, the person had said 2 celebrities, I guess, and now they amended it. She should reveal herself, I think. What do you think? Do you think that the accuser, the sexual assault lawsuit accuser, should reveal herself? She said she was violated. I mean, the part of the thing is that you're violated, that's humiliating. It's embarrassing. It's humiliating. And so a lot of people, they don't want to reveal themselves because they're humiliated by what was done to them. When a person is violated, that's degrading. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think that happened, personally. Now, I don't believe that we should believe all victims, or all quote unquote everybody that claims to be a victim. I don't think all of them should be believed. You think 100% people that claim to be victims should be believed? I do not think so. I do not think 100% of the people that say they were violated, I don't think we should believe 100% of them. No. Okay? If one of them would lie, then we cannot believe all of them. We got to go through the process, baby. We got to go through the court process, because there is such a thing as greed and there is such a thing as a shakedown. Okay? And from what I've seen in the last 20 years, when it comes down to Jay-Z appears, I don't know him personally, but he appears to be somebody that is very, very, super, very disciplined. And he also seems like a person that is able to say no. I think he's a person that can say no. And I don't think we have too many people like that. Now, I could be wrong, and I'm okay with being wrong. Okay? But he doesn't strike me as somebody that does a go along with it type of ninja. I don't think he that kind of dude, personally. He strike me as the type of a dude that would try to sneak out because he sees it's about to go down, it's about to go left, and we haven't really heard his name attached to too many things except for conspiracy theorists. And a lot of people say conspiracy theorists about people that are rich because they're rich. But do I think he did any of this stuff? No, I don't. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Do you believe any of this against Jay-Z? I personally do not think, not even by a long shot. I don't think so at all. Okay. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, man. Be sure to like. Be sure to subscribe. Thanks for tuning in to Celeb Source, your source for celeb news.